wanted something, more. I didn't really fit the college mold, and I knew there were things out there. And I feel fortunate and blessed that Vemma came into my life because it has completely changed my life. Being financially free at 23 years old, it's crazy how you can walk into a store, you never have to look at a price tag. It's crazy that you can go fly wherever you want to fly to. It's crazy that you can, help retire, your parents early, and really you can do whatever you want. It's completely changed my perspective in the light that now that I don't have to worry about money, I can really focus all my time, effort, and energy into helping other people make their dreams become a reality. A lot of people look at this industry and they think it's all about the lavish lifestyle. It's all about the private jets and the money and the cars and the nice watches. But what people don't understand is that with this type of opportunity, you have the chance to positively impact thousands of people's lives. And there's no better feeling than when you help somebody else. You help a fellow human being achieve what they want out of life. And when you help somebody get what they want, whatever you want comes automatically. This business is not about, selling energy drinks. This business is making somebody else's, goals in life, become a reality. Because when you are financially independent, you can focus much more of your, your time and your efforts on, other things. This isn't the end all, but this is the vehicle that can take you where you want to go. At the end of the day, Vemma's #1 product has really become hope, because right now in times like this, people don't have hope. People are scared, people are frozen in their lives, people don't know where they're going, and Vemma has now come into the lives of so many young people all over the world, and Vemma really has become the answer to our generation's questions. So if you're out there and you want more out of life, Vemma is your answer.
Okay, so that's why we're all excited. Now you guys all kind of know. But like I said, just really keep an open mind as I bring up a few more speakers to come and share this with you guys. The person, like I said before, the person who brought you here, they really care about you, and they didn't want, to not tell you about this and have, 3 months, 4 months down the line when they're successful and they're making money and they're helping a lot of people and changing a lot of lives, and then have you, call them up and say, hey, like, why didn't you tell me about it? So they're getting that out of the way right now and, kind of letting you know what's going on. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring up a few more people to kind of like share their little stories with you guys. You guys can please just not be on your phone. Don't talk to the person next to you for like the next 30-45 minutes, because I promise everybody who will be up here today has something important to tell you guys. So with that, I'm going to bring up Diego, Wendy, and Vincente, please.
You want to go first? I'll go last. Well, ladies can go last, man. You go first. You go first, man.
Alright guys, what up? My name is Vicente. Thank you guys for coming. First of all, before I start, why is everyone so far out? Get in here, man.
Scoot on in, man.
Get in. I don't want you guys to miss this.
Tavo, scoot in.
Come on, guys. Come on. You guys didn't have
Come on, last. Tavo, scoot out there, bro.
You guys didn't get burned for no reason. You guys gotta get active.
I'm not sure.
I don't think everything's a verb today.
I have not.
I just kidding.
Alright, now before I start, everyone smile, guys. Have a good time. You're chilling with friends. You're hanging out. Let's go. Come on. Alright, give yourself a round of applause. Alright, guys. So, my name is Vicente. Thank you guys for coming out to my house. First off, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about how I got started. And before that, I know you guys, when people are speaking in front of you, I know you guys are used to like being in class, texting, not paying attention to the speaker. But if you do what you've always done, you're going to be who you've always been. So just try to switch it up and just actually listen, because we listened to this information a while back and it's changed our lives, and I can assure you guys it can change your guys' lives. So I heard about this back in December. I actually went to college in Iowa playing soccer. I almost lost my scholarship because I was being a retard. And so I was out there, and then I was always telling my friend, dude, I have nothing to do out here. It's so boring. There's nothing but cornfields. I'm about to just bag up some corn and bring it home. Like, there's nothing to do, right? And so he finally called me one day, yo, you gotta check this out. This opportunity is gonna be crazy. Money, cars, girls, blah, blah, etc., etc. I was like, no, decline. I hung up. He kept bugging me, and he ended up stopping because I didn't respond to him anymore. So thank God I came back during the summer, which is like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was hanging out with my friend Gustavo and Danny Sandoval, and when I was there, we were sitting by the pool, and he pulls out a can of Verve. He pulled out one of these, and I was sitting down, and I like literally was walking up and just about to walk away. I was like, I'm not trying to hear this, like, no. And I actually sat down and listened to the information. He told me about it, and he asked me if I was interested. I said no. Took me a couple times. Finally came to a home event just like this. So I was in your guys' shoes about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was skeptical. I was all this, just like you guys. But now I'm up here speaking and telling you guys about this. So just listen to this, all right? And then finally, after the home event, he asked me if I was interested, and I said yes. How do I get started? Got started the next day, and ever since then, I thank them every day, and I thank God for this opportunity. So with that, I'm gonna pass it on to Diego, doing crazy things, blowing it up, hit silver, right? Silver. Hit silver, silver ring.
I'm Diego, or Di Fuego. You can call me whatever you like. Chill dude. Grew up actually down the street on Clinton and Brawley. And I'm really excited for you guys to be out here, because if you guys have never heard of this, you guys are in for a treat, because a lot of information. And a little bit how I got involved was about 5 months ago. I saw Danny Sandoval. You know, he's car qualified now. He was on Twitter talking about, you know, who wants a car, who wants to make a lot of money, all this stuff. And I was like, all right, what's up, bro? I'm trying to make all this money. I don't care what it is. And then, so he's like, bro, you got to come to this thing. I can't really show you, but you know there's going to be cars, all this. I was like, bro, just tell me. He's like, no, you got to come to this thing. And I was like, you know what, whatever, bro. But actually 2 weeks before, my friend Skiz had gone to an event before Danny, and Skiz explained to me what Danny was talking about. And I was like, oh, that's cool, man, but I'm busy. I got work, I got to go to school, I got a whole bunch of responsibilities. So I was like, it's not for me. But about a month and a half ago, Danny actually called me. He said, let's meet up at Starbucks. So I showed up an hour late, and he was still there. And he was like, bro, I waited because I really wanted to share this with you. He was telling me how it's about to blow up, you know, how he's really about to become a millionaire. He's on track to become a millionaire. And he was showing me his app. He was showing me how much money he's making. He was making like $500 a week, and this was like a month and a half ago. And he's already making more than that. And so I was really excited. I was like, bro, I got to join. You know, what do I got to do? So I signed up. In a month and a half, you know, I'm making about $400, $500 a month. You know, I'm on track to make a whole bunch more. And with that, I'd like to bring up Wendy, and Wendy's on track to make $1 million.
Hi guys. Like you said, my name's Wendy. I'm from Sanger. I'm only 20 years old, so you know, I'm not any different than you guys. I got introduced to this a couple weeks ago by my good friend Ivan. He kind of kidnapped me. He hit me up for like a week straight. He was like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, all week I was just like busy, and a couple of times I really wasn't, but you know, I was. And then, so finally he just kind of was like, I'm going to go to your house. I'm picking you up. We're going somewhere. And then I was like, okay, well, where are we going? And he wouldn't tell me anything. So I took one of my best friends with me. I was like, this guy's taking me somewhere. I don't know where he's taking me. I'm not going alone. Like, I need a witness. I need something, you know? So I took one of my best friends with me. I was completely uninterested when we got to Blake's house. I sat down, they handed me an orange can, and I was like, crap. And so I texted my best friend, I was like, it has something to do with this drink. I was like, I'm not selling it, I'm not recycling, I don't care, blah, 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 you know? So I was like, just not interested at all. I just wanted to go home. I'm glad I stuck around, kept an open mind, because when the speakers got up there, Blake is the one that actually got me when he said, he was 16 at the time, he said, how many 16-year-olds do you know are going to roll up their senior year in a BMW? So I was pretty intrigued. I was like, okay, I'm listening, you know? And so I listened to what they had to say. One of my personal mentors now, Mr. John Hernandez, really helped me out then. Up until now, he still has. He basically just like explained everything to me, and I was just like, okay, I want to do it, but what am I missing? Like, it's too easy. Like, what am I missing? I have to do something else. He was like, no, and he just kept explaining the same thing. And so I was like, okay, I'm down, I'll do it. It took me 3-4 events later to finally take it seriously until everybody started getting the paycheck, and then I wasn't, and I was just like, oh, damn, you know, like, I got to get on my stuff. And so I did. My first week I made $700. This week I made $860. And I can tell you guys, this isn't too hard. You just gotta want it. It's really changed me in a whole different way. It's turned my life like what is it, 180? you don't have to be smart to do it. 360.
End up in the same spot.
You don't have to be smart to be rich. Yeah, it's definitely taught me a lot. I thank my friend every day for introducing this to me. I wouldn't have it any other way. With that said, I'm going to bring up my personal mentor, like I said, Mr. John Hernandez. He definitely knows what he's talking about. He's gotten me to where I'm at, and he's going to get me even further. I can promise you that. So,
Hey, John!
What's good, guys? What's good? I'm John Hernandez, 20-year-old kid. Kind of how I got started off was basically, I guarantee it was something way completely different than you guys. About 6-7 months ago, my best friend, she goes to San Diego State. She went to Washington Union with me. She goes, hey, John, this thing's gonna be blowing up. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So I gave her a call, and she's like, yeah, John, this thing's gonna be really big. You know, I know you're business-minded, so I want you to check it out. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm business-minded, but you're a broke college student. You don't have what I want, so I'm really not gonna take your opinion. But just send me the information. I'll look into it, right? Looked into it. I couldn't sleep. I had that thing called Vemma insomnia. Was kind of, you know, looking into it for about 7 straight hours. 5 o'clock came around. I'm like, all right, I got the money. You know, I ordered my pack, and I didn't know what to do from there. But that's when Nate, Stu, Nick, and Jerome basically gave me a call, and they're like, hey, you know, I heard you just ordered Vemma. I'm like, how the hell did you get my number? And you know, basically they trained me. They got me on the line with Mr. Jed Wendeluz. This guy's 26 years old, making over $250,000 this year. He's actually semi-retired because he retired his mom first. He's like, yo, what's good, man? You know, he got me on hype mode. I didn't even know who he was, but just the income he was making was like, okay, you got me, you know. You got what I want, so I'm gonna listen to what you guys say. Then, you know, 2 weeks later, just before December hit around, this guy named Brad Alcazan came. You know, this guy's pretty young. He's making about $100,000 a week in this business, and I was like, okay, you know, I don't even know who Brad Alcazan was. I just started Vemma, but I checked him out, you know, went over there, and I'm like, Brad, what's good? I'm going to be the next guy to blow it up in Fresno. I already got 40 people in 2 weeks. He then personally trained me, so I was like, stuck and frustrated. Who was stuck and frustrated at one point? That was definitely me. I actually was playing soccer. I was D1 Academy traveling regionally. Had a $250,000 scholarship to go play at Meraih Bay University. Broke my ankle, however, they took it away from me. But I think it was a blessing in disguise, because if I probably would have got that scholarship and went to school out there, I probably had too big of an ego to turn up on this opportunity. But you know, kind of how this whole thing is working, how this whole thing has developed. It started about 9 years ago. They decided to name it Vemma. Vemma actually stands for vitamins, essential minerals, Mangosteen, and Aloe Vera. What you guys are drinking is 12 vitamins, 65 minerals, green tea, and aloe vera. 3 trillion trace ultra trace cells to help kill free radicals and reduce inflammation. You know, low key stories, testimonies about what's kind of going on. We have testimonials from cancer, lactose intolerance, weight loss, diabetes, high blood pressure. You know, pretty much kind of however it works, guys. You know, we're not saying it will help with that, but it just has. One of my best friends 2 months ago, his mom was actually lactose intolerant for 10 years. You know, drank the Vemma formula for about a month and a half, and was no longer lactose intolerant. And so, you know, that's kind of happened with that. People, I mean, I went to Las Vegas just in April with Meraih and Danny and a couple others. And this guy lost 148 pounds. So I was like, man, that's crazy. This thing obviously works. So what kind of happened was, obviously the owner was like, I'm going to go seek out young kids, and only young kids are going to do this. It's kind of took off on a life of its own. It was kind of older people, you know, be like, hey, buy this drink, you know, sharing the opportunity like that. Just about 4 years ago, the guy you see named Alex Morton, he got in touch with his hand. And who here has a Facebook, right? He realized that he had a Facebook and that we were the most socially connected generation in the history of the world. So he's like, okay, I can do this, right? And so the same 5 questions he was asking, I'm going to ask you guys. Do you guys know anybody that drinks energy drinks?
Yeah. I do.
Yep. Yes. Do you guys know anybody that's looking to get healthier?
Yes.
Do you guys know anybody that hates their job or wants to make money? Me. And lastly, do you know anybody that wants a free Mercedes Benz or BMW paid for that? Right? That's hell yeah, right? That's obviously all of it, what all of us want, right? So this guy is literally, you don't have to be smart to make a lot of money. Alex Morton actually got kicked out of the dorms for partying too much, was about to get kicked out of school for partying too much, you know, but he realized that all my friends are drinking energy drinks, looking to get healthier, hate their job and want to make money, and could get a free car in the process. So why not? You know, he invited 50 friends over, 24 said they'll show up, 10 actually did, 6 said he was crazy, and 4 joined. over 3 years now, almost over 3 years now, that guy's making over $500,000 a year. About to clear $1 million a year this month, this year, you know? So, right? Jeez, I know that's the lingo out here. But guys, you know, it's obviously done. It's obviously simple. You know, this is a proven process for you guys to make money. The amount of money you guys can make is really mind-boggling. The amount of people's lives you can change directly and indirectly is pretty damn crazy. The way you can travel the world and do whatever it is that you want to live lifestyle with 6 hours on Sunday, it's definitely possible. You know, money isn't really everything, but it's right next up to the oxygen. You know, but it's just real simple, guys. The way this whole thing works is word of mouth marketing. Because like I asked before, you know, who has a Facebook, right? Everyone has a Facebook. And did anybody know that Facebook was worth $104 billion? Probably not, right? $104 billion. And who was the people that make all that money? Who made Facebook worth $104 billion? Us, right? The users, right? There was never a billboard or commercial saying, hey, go create a Facebook, right? So pretty much if Mark Zuckerberg is worth $19.8 billion and Facebook is worth $104 billion, and now we're like, yo, go create a Facebook. Hey, go create a Facebook. Find me on Facebook, right? Literally, that's all we did. So this opportunity is basically the same thing. You guys are the messengers, not the message. Literally, all you gotta do is like, hey, here's a Verb energy drink. You gotta meet this guy, John Hernandez, Danny Sandoval, Meraih Torres. You know what I mean? You literally just gotta show them to the next person, guys. Because the people that are in this business obviously have the credibility. We've got 15-year-old kids in the room that frenzy their first day. Frenzy, if you frenzy, it's about $700. You know what I mean? So if a 15-year-old can do it, it's definitely possible for anybody else in this room tonight. But pretty much, you know, if we made Facebook worth $104 billion, we can definitely make Verb a lot more money. You know, Verb has actually pushed $117 million last year. It's going to be a multi-billion-dollar company. So if you decided to take up on the opportunity of Verb today and make it happen, imagine where you'll be sitting at if it's only worth $117 million right now. Where do you think you'll be at when we're over $7 billion? Right? Because the energy drink business is worth over $21 billion in the next 5 years, right? And who really kind of set the example, everyone knows Red Bull, yay or nay? Right? Red Bull has a spending limit on their budget for advertisement worth $900 million. And I'd say that's pretty much a lot of damn money, right? And what do any of us watch commercials? Personally, me, I'm like waiting for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, skip, right? On every YouTube commercial, right? The only day I watch commercials is when it's Super Bowl Sunday. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? But pretty much, you know, Red Bull spent $20 million to have this guy land on Earth from falling from space, and $15 million to pay Shaun White for wearing a logo. You know what I mean? And after watching any of those commercials, were any of you like, okay, I'm gonna go get a Red Bull? Probably not, right? And so, you know, instead of the company saying instead of spending the money in the commercials, in the stores, and all that stuff, we'll just pay people, average people with above average dreams to make this happen, right? You'll never see Verb in a commercial or store. You'll never see it, you know, anywhere like that. The only way you can get the Verb is actually from a brand partner, one of us that actually does the business. And when you guys kind of come on, you go, pretty much it's real simple. You order products, share it with a friend, and get the friend to see the information. Powerhouse Network has actually been the most elite organization in Vemma for the past 3 years. Fresno Powerhouse, you know, Central Valley alone has been is the most elite organization right now in Vemma. The owner actually tweets about us, you know, makes videos and stuff. Right? So, you know, we run events like this every single day. We're not the only ones doing this. We actually have a home event in Dos Palos going on right now, Tulare and Visalia. So I mean, like we have 100+ people attending every night in one of the events. You guys can come see our pictures, you know. And for the owner to be tweeting about us alone, what me, Danny, Adam, and Meraih have built for the past 6 months, it's pretty damn crazy. You know, all the work has already been processed for you guys, so that it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You know, you're the messenger, not the message. Because if I was teaching you every little thing about Vemma and Verb, would you be able to go tell your friend about it? No. Probably not, right? So pretty much, why not make it easier for yourself and just bring them over here? Just introduce your friend to a couple friends over here. You know what I mean? You bring your friends, I'll bring my friends. We can all be friends and make money on the weekend, right? So it's that simple, guys. You know what I mean? Instead of getting rich with like a whole bunch of random people, you know, working in corporate America, doing what you're supposed to, what the average person does, why not, you know, just get rich with your friends? Why not live a lifestyle of 6 hours on a Sunday with your friends? You know what I mean? We're not the only ones who do this, guys. Pretty much Dr. Oz has us on the show 3 times in the past year. So for Dr. Oz to be on Dr. Oz's show and this thing's getting really, really healthy, I'm like, okay, it's getting huge, right? But not only that, Michael Jordan actually dropped his contract with Gatorade to be a part of Verb. So that's pretty crazy. He actually owns the Charlotte Bobcats, now the Charlotte Hornets. We have a Vemma Lounge up there. It's pretty much a hangout spot. Us brand partners get to go up there for free. We're not that's an NBA team. We're also in the Phoenix Suns, another NBA team. It's called the Verve Lounge there. It's basically a bar, a club, and a skybox. You know, brand partners only allowed up there. We're in the MLB with the Chicago White Sox. We're in the NFL with the Buffalo Bills. We're in NASCAR. You know, and not only that, the girls, you guys know Preacher's daughter? Yeah, no, maybe so. Well, pretty much the dad actually does the business. You might have seen him. Someone sent me a picture like, hey, you know, Verve t-shirt on the Preacher's Daughter, guys. But not only that, if you guys know who Robert Kiyosaki is, this guy actually wrote the #1 selling book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Taught me how to spend money and make money work for me. Actually endorses the business as well. Now, most of us are going to go see him next Saturday down in San Diego. You know, if you guys want to come, right? So obviously that's a little bit of credibility about the company and who's making it happen. We already have people making over $1 million a month in this business. It's only been around for 9 years now, you know, entering its 9th year. But really kind of like what this whole thing is what type of industry this is actually called network marketing. Network marketing made the most millionaires last year and is the #2 highest paying out industry, right below just professional athletes. And if you think about it, professional athletes only have a career from 10 to 12 years max, right? If you last any longer than that, then you're pretty much kind of like a God sent down from heaven to play all your life. But like, right? But professional athletes are told when to clock in, when to clock out, even when to take a piss and when to work out. They're pretty much owned, wouldn't you say? And they're being told how much money they're worth. Now, don't get me wrong, they make a lot of money. But if it was up to me, I would definitely have the money working for me where I don't have to clock in or clock out for a boss. Does anybody here have a job?
Yes.
Right? How much do you get paid an hour?
$8.25.
$8.25. Right? That probably breaks down to about 14 cents, guys, a minute. Does anybody feel like they're worth $8.25 an hour?
I'm not.
$10.25 an hour?
No.
What if your boss is like, yo, I really, really like you, so you're worth $14 an hour? Would you say you're worth that much money? Right? So, you know, what I typically call it now is modern day slavery. And I was actually one of those fools that get caught up in the trap with that. You know, my boss was always telling me when to clock in, when to clock out, and when to take lunch. And my lunch hour was at 9 o'clock in the morning. And to be honest, I was not hungry at 9 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? So it's modern day slavery. You know, they're putting a price on your head and telling you what to do. And that's pretty much how corporate America is working now. You know, so why not change up the game, guys? 97% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. And I was definitely that guy. I was that guy that was being paid Friday morning and broke by Friday afternoon, consumed by bills, right? Now, you know, I'm trying to make it where I don't have to worry about it. If you can choose, would you have like time freedom or financial stability?
Both.
Well, with Verve, guys, you can actually have both. You know what I mean? That's the brand partners in the room speaking. But you know, 97% of America lives paycheck to paycheck, like I said, and 3% of America owns 97% of the wealth. So what do those 3%ers know? They understand residual income. Do you know what residual income is? Once again, the brand partners in the room. Right? So pretty much what residual income is basically what pays you all the time. You do something once, you get paid all the time. Now, have you ever thought when someone flips on the light switch, someone got paid? When someone sends a text message, someone got paid? When someone sends a Snapchat, someone got paid? Right? Why? Because it's working for them. They've generated residual income, right? And personally, what rich stands to me is residual income creates happiness, right? That's why, you know, residual income, you just establish team. Here in Vemma Verve, you establish team 1 and team 2, help them get wherever they want to go, and you'll go wherever you want to go.
Yes, sir.
It's basically the exact opposite of corporate America. Because say, like, where do you work at? Smart and Final. So if me and what's your name? So, right? So me and Gustavo are both cashiers at Smart and Final, and they like, yo, we got an offering for assistant manager, and say Gustavo was my best friend. And do you think I would be like, yo, Gustavo, you need it, man. You know, you've earned it, you got it. Or would I be like, nah, fuck that. I'm trying to get my 25-cent raise, right? So, you know, instead of duking it out and battling for one spot, with here in Vemma Verve, you know, you establish a team and you get two, wherever your homies get to go, you get to go up with them. You know what I mean? Because they go higher, you go higher. Is that going to benefit me? Probably not. So if I get wherever anybody wants to go, I can go wherever I want to go. That's why we say, you know, we'll go to bat for your goals and dreams. Because pretty much, you know, basically service to many leads to greatness. But not only that, Zig Ziglar, one of like the biggest philosophers in the game, said if you can get anybody to go wherever they want to go, everything will come to you automatically. You might have heard Alex Morgan say in this video. You know what I mean? So think about that. instead of duking it out and like battling for raises with your best friend, why not endure this opportunity and get rich with your best friend?
Summertime.
Right? Now, because it just wouldn't be fun if you're in Bora Bora, Jamaica, Dubai, Miami, New York, wherever it is that you want, in a mansion, and your best friend's working $12 an hour because he couldn't get a job out of college, right? Because right now, college, guys, pretty much it's a flip of a coin to actually land a job. 53.7% of college graduates actually last year got a job. Wow. So I know people with their majors. I know people that already graduated that are still looking for a job, struggling financially, can't even pay their bills, and struggling with college loans for the rest of your life.
My coworker.
Right? Co-workers, right? And I mean, don't get us wrong. There's nothing with a job. There's nothing with a college degree. I personally would promote go to college, and really go there. I'm going there. I'm just taking off a break off this because this is getting really, really big. But if you were to enter college and be able to pay for your own college, retire your own parents, and make a substantial amount of money that you didn't have to worry about it. Because what do we always hear? Broke college problems, right? And in high school, did you have a lot of money as well, or is anybody balling out in high school here today? Probably not. So if you always do what you always done, you'll get what you always gotten. So why not going to college, paying for your own schooling, not really worrying half about money? Because that's I was personally, when I got my scholarship, I was like, hell yeah. But I couldn't. When you're on scholarship, you can't actually work a job. And I was already planning to join a frat. I was already planning to do all that big time stuff. So I was on the high life, right? Yep. But little did I know, I was literally walking myself into a broke college kid problems. You know what I mean? So when I go back to college, I'm planning to just be like, all right, I've got a beach house right here, living with two of my homies. You know what I mean? And I don't want a 90-inch TV. I want my own theater room. You know what I mean? I don't want my garage with a Honda Civic. I want it with a Rolls Royce. You know what I mean? So whatever it is that you guys want to do in this lifetime, it's definitely possible. You were born to be great. Don't anybody ever tell you otherwise. But if your life was amazing, what would your life look like? Would you have all the cars and what was that? Right? If you had everything you wanted and money wasn't an issue, what type of lifestyle would you live? Would you still have to let me pack my bags, going on a weekend trip to New York? Or would you be like, I'm going to my private jet, I'll pack my bags when I get there, I'll buy all the Louis Vuitton there. Right? In this company, guys, you actually do get Louis Vuitton luggage with this, you know what I mean? You guys get iPads, cruise ships. For hitting the highest rank in this company, you actually get a $250,000 bonus just for hitting it, And who here has heard of Amway, Herbalife, ACN, any of those things? Right? So pretty much those are already proven systems that have been around the industry. Those are also called network marketing, right? Most of them are actually pushing over $10 billion a year. However, they've already been in business for over 40 plus years. Verve has only been around for 9, and we're going to be a multi-billion-dollar industry. So think, when we're pushing over $10 billion a year in sales, where would you be, right? Not only that, Harvard did a couple studies, right? So they said an opportunity, network marketing business with 500,000 people involved is a great opportunity. Network marketing business with 100,000 people involved is the opportunity of a lifetime. And that's where Vemma's at. Vemma is about just over 125K, guys. You know what I mean? Not only that, there's this thing called basically the network marketing lifespan. The first 7 years is its testing limits. So within 1 year, 1 through 7, because 98% of network marketing businesses fail within their first 7 years. However, we're year 9. Now, year 8 through 14 is called the momentum, right? So whoever gets started in that momentum phase is gonna be sitting so pretty on with their own island. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, guys. Whatever you guys want to do, but it's definitely possible. With this opportunity, we're not saying do this. We're not here to motivate you to do this. But when's the last time you've seen a whole backyard full of high school students with no drugs or alcohol? Right? So summer is basically the make or break it. Either you can basically stay at home bugging your parents for $20, to go out on the weekends, or you could be like, Mom, I'm gonna retire you. Let me make 6 figures this year. You know what I mean? Guys, this is easy, guys. You guys already do what we do, except we just get paid for it. Where did you get your shirt at? In the blue.
Me?
Yeah.
Jack Threads.
Jack Threads, right? So if I go, what's your name? Andrew. So if I go to Jack Threads and I buy that same exact shirt and I put it on the cashier and I'm like, yo, my boy Andrew told me to buy it, what would they say? Who the fuck is Andrew, right? You know what I mean? So we're promoting ourselves every day. From the food we wear, food we eat, clothes we wear, places we hang out, everything like that. My bad, guys, haven't made it a bit, but we're always promoting ourselves, right? going on Facebook, oh, just watch the movie Hangover 3, you know what I mean? Then all of a sudden my friends go watch it, and they bring friends, and they bring friends, and I made the movie theater over $100, yet I'm not getting paid for it. Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
We're always promoting ourselves every single day and never received a penny, right? So with this, guys, you don't have to promote Vemma Verb, you don't have to advertise it, you don't have to convince your friends. That's one of the silliest things I've ever heard, but literally all you gotta do is give your friend a can and bring him over here. You know what I mean? Like I said, guys, what I really like to hear is if your life was amazing, what would it look like? Because I was that guy that was going nowhere. I was called a dud to a stud, a scrubby douchebag, I don't know. But you know, to be up here, to be a role model in front of people around the world, to actually be writing a book, to make an income where I can pay for my dad actually lives with me, my family lives with me, I pay for my mom's car payment, my dad's car payment. Like, I basically support my family, and that's one of the most amazing things in my life. But not that I'm going to be able to retire them. How would you feel if you were able to retire your parents? Amazing, right? Because this is basically what we're switching up the game. Instead of working 9 to 5, 5 days a week for the rest of your life, why not change it up to a 3 to 5 year plan to never worry about money again? Right? It's already proven. Jed Wendeloo's retired his mom in 3 years. You know what I mean? And he's 26, guys. We're the most socially connected generation in the history of the world, right? Back in the 60s, my mom didn't have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, none of that. You know what I mean? My grandma didn't have it either. So if we have all that and we can basically share this with 3 friends and make $700 in 1 week, Wendy made $860 last week. It's already proven, guys. You know what I mean? It's already proven with your friends. If you don't tell your friends about this, we will basically find your friends and they'll do this. You know what I mean? It's already happened to a couple of you guys in the room tonight. I've seen it. But you know, guys, pretty much I want to basically end it off with this story. This guy kind of had a dream, right? He had a dream, and one of his best friends was basically the richest man in the world, right? And he's always being hit up, you know, for his money. So one day his best friend hits him up about this idea, and he didn't even say nothing about money, but he's like, no, it's okay, you know, just go ahead with your life. So he felt hurt. So a month later, he's bugging him. A month later, he's bugging him. And then finally, he goes up to his friend like, yo, you're coming with me. We got to go see this thing. So this is back in the 60s, and they're driving about 40 miles, right? And after being kidnapped and driven 40 miles outside of your like day, who would be pretty mad, right? So then after you get to your destination 40 miles later, and then all of a sudden you got to walk 2 miles through the mud because it was raining, then who would be really, really pissed off, right? So then they get to their destination, and the guy tells the rich man, he's like, look, you see all these trees? You see all this stuff? We can buy this right now for $20,000, and in 60 years, this will be an amusement park filled with kids, and everybody will have a time of their life. We'll be so rich. I know you're rich already, but we'll be able to create dreams. We'll be able to create jobs. We'll be able to create all this stuff. You might see a land full of trees, but I see an opportunity of a lifetime to create happiness. And the guy's like, it's okay, you know what I mean? I'm not going to pursue you in this endeavor, so I'm just going to walk, right? And then as the guy said, he said every step he took was $10,000 that he took away from him. And then he walked 2 miles, guys. And that guy, the best friend of that rich man, the rich man was named Art Lincoln Wright. The guy that his best friend was named Walt Disney. Right? So I mean, you've got to be crazy to live a crazy lifestyle, right? A great memory is way better than a great dream, guys. So I mean, this is like us saying, you know, we're Facebook, we're Mark Zuckerberg, and where it's like, yo, we got 200 users. Are you going to invest in this opportunity? Are you going to pursue this opportunity? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? We can get you wherever you want to go. We can get you to hit your goals and dreams. We can get you to do whatever you want to do. But it comes down to whether you're going to pull a trigger or not. All right, guys. You know, I'm going to actually bring up this guy real quick who's kind of like, he was probably one of the first 100 people to see the opportunity, but he was one of the only ones to stick with it, and us 4 blew it up. You know, this guy's like my little brother to me. You know, sometimes a pain in the head, but we have a lot more great memories than a lot of those pains. Me and this guy will definitely be 6-7-figure income earners traveling the world, guys. This guy's changing a lot of people's lives and showing a proven process to help a lot of people make money, guys. Welcome my boy Dan Sandoval.
Guys, give it up for my boy John Hernandez. That guy has taught me every little thing that I know. So you guys, literally, what you just heard right there, I was told 6 months ago, just in your guys' shoes. Don't freak out. I was in your guys' shoes 6 months ago. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit what happened. So I literally was just not doing anything out of high school. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to play baseball, and I didn't have the grades to get into university. So I'm like, holy crap, I can't get into Fresno State or Arizona State or a good university that could play Division I baseball. Because I was good enough, I just didn't have the grades. So I had no other choice to just go to junior college. And I went to COS down in Visalia, and I finished my first semester last fall. And then I was fortunate enough to make the baseball team there. I was the first college athlete in my family. And over winter break, I was out of school. I had no baseball. I'm happy. I'm just chilling, sitting on the couch, not doing a thing. And I'm watching TV, and I'm on Twitter, and somebody DMs me. And anybody know what a DM is on Twitter? Girls, guys probably try to hit on you or something like that, right? So it was a guy who hit me up. I'm like, fuck, what the hell, man? And the funny thing about it, his name's Adam McCurley. And I thank him every single day for what he did. And the funny thing is, I didn't talk to him for 4 years. It was just he hit me up out of nowhere, sent me a Twitter DM, and told me about this crazy thing. And the first thing he says, he's like, Danny, how you been? All that stuff. I'm talking. He's like, you still playing baseball? I'm like, yeah. Finally cut the shit, got straight to the point why you guys are here. He was like, look, dude, I found something that I feel like you'd be really, really good at, and you can make a lot of money. And I was like, okay, so tell me what it is, you know? And then I thought about it for a second, and I was like, in school, I was about to be playing baseball. My schedule was from 7 to 12, baseball 1 to 6. Jam-packed. College athletes are jam-packed, like always being told what to do. And I'm like, if it's a job, I don't have time for it because I'm going to be studying, doing homework, all that other stuff, right? And I was like, look, if it's a job, dude, I'm not interested. He's like, it's not a job. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do to make your money? And the first thing that came to my mind, I was like, is it going to be drugs? And he was like, no. And I was like, dude, I was like, I'm not trying to get into anything like that. I'm not trying to sell you dank, none of that bullshit. And he was like, no, it's not what it is. I'm like, okay, so what is it? Tell me what it is. And he was like, look, if you want to know about it, here's my address and here's my number. So I put that address into my phone. It's about 20 minutes, 30 minutes away. And I'm like, dude, I have plans. I was sitting on the couch, by the way. And I literally just lied to him. And he was just like, all right, it's cool. We're having another one tomorrow. I'm like, holy fuck, what is this guy talking about? Another what? And, you know, I was like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. I might as well get up and go. And guys, if I never would have drove those 20 miles, I wouldn't be where I'm at. My friends wouldn't be with me. And all of us, we wouldn't be together, be doing this. None of you guys would probably be here. None of you guys would probably be here if I didn't get up and go to that place. Because that guy's place I went to was John Hernandez's house. And that was the first time I met John Hernandez. I show up, I see a brand new BMW outside. Black on black. Black on black. Brand new 2013. And on the side of the car I said Vemma. And when I saw it, I said, what's Vemma? I didn't even know what it was. I've never seen it. I walked in, I met John, I met Adam who invited me, and I met Stuart Massengale, which you guys will hear again and again and again. About to hit executive. I mean, he's as executive right now, about to hit star executive. But he's going to be a millionaire at the end of the year, just say that. And he blew my mind that day. And since that day on, it's all history. I just moved into a house this past Sunday into San Diego, a 7-bedroom place with Stu Massengale. And the crazy thing is, I met him 6 months ago. All because of Vemma, I'm where I'm at today, with my friends as well. Guys, we're dreaming again, guys. There's this guy Napoleon Hill, he wrote a book about Think and Grow Rich, and he studied successful people their whole entire life. And they said the number one common thing they all had in common, out of all the successful people that all throughout his life, he studied not stuff. He said that the number one trait is that they were all dreamers. They all dreamed big. They all saw themselves doing it. They all were positive, enthusiastic. Because guys, I don't know if you guys know me, but I'm Mr. Freaking Excitement, man. Because what I think Vemma stands for, guys, in my eyes, I know it's vitamins, essential minerals, Mangosteen, Aloe, Vera, but in my eyes, guys, it stands for a very exciting money-making activity. Because guys, I was told by Jay Bowen was making $24K a month. I'm listening to what he's got to say. He's 26, already retired his mom. That's why he's not even retired himself. I'm listening to what he has to say. He said if you can be happy and you can smile and you can clap and you have a good time and just chill and with people and socialize and you meet a lot of new great people that you can meet and love forever, you can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money, guys, because in the beginning you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to explain any of that. We teach you on what you need to do. You invite your friends over to us, you let us do the talking for you, and then you eventually learn. And then when you have your own story, when you're making your own money, you'll be up here telling your story on how you got started. And that's exactly how it's going to work. It's never ever going to stop. It's never ever going to stop, guys. I really, really hope that you guys get on board. Because, guys, it's so easy, guys. You don't have to be smart to make a lot of money. Guys, I'm not that smart. I played baseball. I went to junior college. I didn't go to school to be a doctor or anything like that. Whoever told you have to be smart to make a lot of money probably isn't making a lot of money. Bro. Because this all it really takes, guys, is to be at the right place at the right time with the right people and take off and run. And right now, you guys are at the right place at the right time with the right people. And it's your choice, guys. We don't convince anybody to do this. We don't force you. We don't do Vemma, no, we don't do that. This is your choice, guys. Especially if you're over the age of 18, you should be able to do whatever the hell you want to do. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me, guys. I'm telling you right now, I was in your shoes 6 months ago. If I can do it, you can do it too. Because that's all it really comes down to. You look in the mirror and you be like, can I do this? He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
Wow.
That's all it is. If you think you can do this, do it. If you think you can't, don't. Because we already have a team, guys. We're just helping. We're giving you this opportunity that we were presented. And if you guys want to take it on, then take it on. Because, guys, this is going to be a multi-billion-dollar company. Multi-billion-dollar company, guys. And I'm going to end it with this story. There was this guy, what was his name? A couple years back, he came out with this idea of Facebook, right? Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, yeah, that's that guy. Mark Zuckerberg, like John was saying, is worth over 19 point some billion dollars, right?
Wow.
And he came up with this idea of Facebook, and he was at, what was it, Harvard?
Yeah.
Harvard. He was at Harvard University. And he invited 10 of his friends over to his house. And 8 of them thought he was fucking crazy and stupid, and they were hating on him, telling him stupid shit. Oh, you're a prick, stay in your room, don't even come out with us, don't come to our places, don't come to our parties, don't do that, you're a fucking weirdo. All that shit. Gave him everything. They hated on him. 8 people walked out of that room saying no to the idea of Facebook, guys. Raise your hand if you don't have a Facebook. Guys, 8 people walked out of the room, and now it's over worth $100 billion, guys. By us telling our friends about Facebook. That's exactly how things go down, guys. You're either going to do it or you're not. You're either going to make a lot of money or you're not. You can either make excuses or you can make money. There's no excuses, guys. You can either do this or you don't. It's all up to you. We're not going to go up to you and be like, here, get started. No. You're going to come up to us and be like, how do I get started? Because I'm willing to help whoever, guys. I'm down to drive my last mile. If my car breaks down, I'll walk the rest. To wherever in California, guys. Wherever in the United States and wherever around the entire world. Because I guarantee you guys, this summer will be the best summer of your entire freaking life. Yeah. I promise you. One last thing. I'm really pumped up. June 22nd, we're gonna be in San Diego, hometown. There's a huge, really inspiring, life-changing thing that everyone should go to. Robert Kiyosaki, the writer of Rich Dad Poor Dad, is actually gonna be there. All the CEO, everybody, Alex Moore, Brown O'Callaghan, everybody's gonna be there, and all of us are gonna be there. And you guys can all come if you want. You guys actually stay at my place where we're gonna be there after the event. 7-bedroom house, why not party out, in summer? But I mean, it's all you guys' choice. Ask more questions if you need anything else. But like I said, guys, all you gotta do is just order product. That's all you gotta do. If I can do it, you guys can do it too. You either order 2 cases, 7 cases, or 14. It's all up to you. And with that product, all you do is give it to your friends. You don't go out and give it to everybody. You don't toss this. You give it to your friend. Give it to your friend that you actually care about. The people that you actually talk to, people you got relationships with, because wouldn't you want to do this with whoever you want? And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it with all my friends who I grew up with, people who I played baseball with. All the people who are important in my life are doing this. Guys, my dad told me not to do this, and just the other day, he got involved in the business. When I called him right after my first event, and he was like, Dad, he was like, no, shut me down. Mom, don't do it. Me and Dad do one of those things. You don't waste your time and you don't waste your money. I was like, Mom, you don't even know what it is. She's like, no, trust me, me and Dad do one of those things. Guys, they've never been any more proud of me in their entire lives, guys. I'm changing my life so much. It's changed my life. We're helping each other change other people's lives. And I hope that you guys can get on board and just really take on this full on with us, because we ain't gonna stop. I ain't never gonna quit. If all you guys quit, I ain't never gonna quit. Just know that. And with that, guys, I'm gonna end on these 3 words. And then I'm gonna play some music by my boy DJ Vincente. 3 words right here. All right, let's get rich. First thing invited you, and let's get rich.
It's on YouTube. You ready to make money? Let's go. Ready to make money? Wow, yeah.
What up?